Hamas says it is reviewing a US-brokered Gaza ceasefire deal, a proposal President Donald Trump has called final. On the ground in Gaza, Palestinians are mourning a senior doctor and other family members killed in an Israeli strike west of Gaza City. Dr. Marwan al-Sultan was the director of the enclave's largest medical facility in the north. It was cleared out by Israeli troops last month. His daughter says her father was targeted in the attack.
My father is a doctor, a cardiologist, director of the Indonesian hospital. He is not affiliated with a movement or anything. He just fears for the patients and treats throughout the war. He stayed until the last moment in the Indonesian hospital, and he continued until the last moment fighting for the patients. An F-16 missile targeted his room exactly, right where he was, directly on him. All the rooms in the house were intact except for his room, which was hit by the missile.
The Israeli military says it had targeted a key terrorist from Hamas in the Gaza City area and is reviewing reports of civilian casualties. The army has stepped up its offensive across the territory to root out members of the militant group. Donald Trump says Israel has agreed on the terms for the 60-day Gaza truce and has urged Hamas to accept the deal before conditions worsen. 20 months into the conflict, war-weary Palestinians are hopeful an agreement can finally be reached.
I hope that the Hamas movement would accept the truce proposal that Trump talked about, because we really need this truce, as we've greatly suffered during this war.
We want a complete end to the war in Gaza. Not like every time a partial agreement and ceasefire that lasts a month or two, then the war returns. No, we want a complete end to this war and this genocide.
The US president is stepping up pressure on the Israeli Prime Minister to fully commit to the ceasefire, that ahead of their meeting in Washington next week. Sticking points remain. Hamas says it's willing to return the remaining 50 hostages held in Gaza as long as there's a complete Israeli withdrawal from the territory. But Benjamin Netanyahu is remaining steadfast in his long-standing goal to eliminate the group altogether.
I'm telling you, there will be no Hamas. There will be no Hamastan. We're not going back to that. It's over. We'll release all our hostages and we will defeat Hamas.
The Israeli PM is facing pressure from protesters at home, some of which were removed by police at a rally in Tel Aviv. They were demonstrating with family members of the remaining hostages held in Gaza to demand the Israeli government finalise the ceasefire deal.
There is no ceasefire until the tanks and guns and RPGs stop firing. That's when there's a ceasefire, not when someone makes a public statement. My government in Israel needs to be at least that engaged and more engaged. It is our responsibility to stop the war and return the hostages.